What is up, you guys? I have been a little bit MIA recently. We were in Florida traveling and then I got sick. And so I feel like I'm super behind, but then I like remember that I have all these coaches that are doing this with me. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, like Olivia totally like stepped up and helped when I was sick this week. And so I'm so grateful for this community because I know even if like I can't show up for you guys, like if you're my client or customer, like I know there's someone that's going to be there to help answer your questions. So don't ever hesitate to reach out to another coach in this group. If you have a question and I'm not available, like feel free. That's what we're here for. And same, if I'm not your coach, but you can't reach Olivia or Lindsay or somebody, like you can reach out to me. Like I will 100% answer any questions from anybody in this group, especially. So I wanted to just jump on really quick because I was having some thoughts recently about, okay, why is it that, I always set these goals or we set these goals and then we start to like kind of fall off track. And then I was listening to this amazing new book that I'm reading or finished actually by Darren Hardy. It's called The Entrepreneurial Roller Coaster. And in it, he like shares this story or example of how important like keeping track of our stuff is and how important um well basically like staying on track. Like so how do we stay on track? And he's like basically you keep track of everything. And so it sounds overwhelming at first, but he had this really good analogy, and if you've ever worked at a restaurant you'll probably understand it. I'm going to type all this out anyway too if you don't have a chance to listen to me ramble on, but I think just like tracking your habits helps you find success. And so we're going to do that this month. And Olivia and I are going to do a whole expectations video for you all too later this evening or this afternoon. But this analogy is really good. If you've ever worked in a restaurant, then you're probably going to understand it. But like, when you work in a restaurant at the end of the night, you have to cash out, right? Before you can go home, you have to cash out and you have to make sure that the amount of money that you have equals the amount of money out and in, et cetera. And you can't leave until you reconcile it, which means like you might owe some money or they owe you money, whatever. But if there's like a big difference in the amount of money in versus the amount of money out, then you have to pay for it. Like someone has to pay for that. And that is exactly like how this all goes. That's why we encourage you guys to track all of your stuff, track your food, track your water, track your workouts, track all of it as much as you can, because at the end of the day, like when we check in this group, we see if your actions actually do reconcile, with your goals. We see, does it, when you go to cash out or check in at the end of the night, like, are you on track? Right. And so, in this book, he has this great quote and he says, we don't fall off track. We kind of drift off track. And that's true with anything in any area of your life. If you think about it, not just with our health and fitness, but like, especially it's noticeable with our health and fitness. You don't just like wake up. Most of us don't just wake up one day and then we've like gained 15 pounds. No, like it happens slowly over time. What's the freshman 15, right? Like that didn't just happen, the first night you went to college, like, it happened over time. People, their marriages end and it's like, what happened? And you talk to them and it's like, wait, what? Like, because he didn't put the dishes away, and it doesn't make sense, but it's all the little things that add up over time. You just go different directions. And so if your goal is to stay in a healthy, committed marriage, or to stay healthy and fit, or to buy your dream home in Florida, you have to keep those goals right out front. You have to know what your long-term goals are. And then we have to walk it back, reverse engineer it. Okay, so if I know this is where I want to be, what do I have to do this month to get there? Okay, if I have to get there this month, what do I have to do this week to get there at the end of the month? And okay, if this is my weekly goal, what do I have to do every single day to get there at the end of the week? And so we're going to encourage you not only to check in every single day, but I really want you guys to be filling out these habit trackers. And I'm going to show you let me see if I can share my screen. I wanted to show you guys this. And and then I'll give you a big old lecture about checking in. But this is my habit tracker. I've done these in the past, in past groups. Some people loved them. Some people filled them out. Some people were a little confused when they went to first fill them out. So I'm going to just share my screen if I can figure it out. And I want to show you the one that I was working on, if I can find it. Where's my habit tracker? Here it is. Okay. Hopefully you can see this. I can zoom it in a little bit more. Yeah, this will be good. Okay. So basically this is the habit tracker. It's in the files section. It's like the top folder when you go into the file section of this group. And I want you guys to either print them out, or like I did, you can just open, download it into a PDF and just type on it. Okay. So I started thinking about my monthly goal, and maybe I should do a sidebar really quick. Actually, okay. Sidebar really quick. I'm sorry. But over here on the calendar, over here, you can see that our week 1 is starting on the 17th. Week 2 will be the 24th. Week 3 is the 31st. If you've been with me for a while, this is a little different. And moving forward, this is how my groups are going to run. We are going to always start. Our prep week will always be the 3rd Monday of the month. And then we will start officially, like the challenge will start the 4th Monday of the month. We used to do the 1st Monday of the month. We're switching things up a little bit just because it helps with my training, my coaches and stuff. This is going to work better for us on our end. If it's a little confusing for you, don't worry. Like there's not going to be any weird, like you're going to be in a group. There's always going to be a group running. There's never going to be any like weird like limbo stages. The only weird thing that's going to happen is this week, there's going to be it'll be 4 weeks. Normally it'll be a prep week and then 3 weeks of a challenge. But this, because it was, we are kind of shifting this month, and next month will be a little bit longer of a challenge. That's the only difference. And but don't worry, because we're still going to have amazing groups. We're going to have a longer preseason next month as well. So it'll be another 2-week preseason, which I'm excited because we're going to be getting you guys a lot more info and resources in those 2 weeks too. So you can be ready to go for sure. So that's just like a rundown of how our challenges are going to be moving forward if you're one of my team members or a coach or customer on my team. So if I'm not your coach, then you want to make sure your coach find out what she's doing or he, and we can move from there. But you're all always welcome in my groups too. So, okay, let's talk about habit setting and goals. So let's say this is my monthly goal. I want to feel more connected with my family and team and have more energy, and I want to lose 8 pounds. So then what do I have to do on a weekly basis? So then my weekly goals are going to be broken down to the lose 8 pounds is really simple. If I want to lose 8 pounds, there's 4 weeks, 2, 4, 6, 8. I need to lose 2 pounds a week. That's reverse engineering. That's like really simple. 8 pounds in a month, I need to lose 2 pounds a week. Boom. Reverse engineer that. If I want to feel more connected with my family and my team, how do I do that? Right. So for me,
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Shush. For me, time blocking has been a huge lifesaver. Time blocking my, work schedule, my workout schedule, my morning schedule, the kids' homeschool stuff. So if I can time block my life out, it makes me feel like, okay, I'm like right now it's family time or it's kid time or homeschool time. So I'm more present and connected in those moments when I know I'm like where I'm supposed to be in my life, like at that moment. So time blocking is something that I do. I spend probably about an hour every week on Sundays, time blocking my whole week out. And that's really, really helpful. It's helped me in my ADD. I don't do it perfectly. I always do it in pencil because stuff changes. I have 3 kids. There's going to be a snow day next week, even though I homeschool. My kid always thinks he gets some snow days off. So that's fine. That's fine. It's cool. Homeschool is cool. So time block in pencil. That helps me a lot. So that's one of the things. And then meal planning and prepping. That kind of goes along with everything. So I left in here So those would be my weekly goals. And when I do lose 2 pounds, check it off, check it off, check it off. If I time block every Sunday, I'm going to check it off, check it off, check it off. So this is just a way. And then down here is, for this will just be, you're going to be keeping track through our challenge. So it's not necessarily like day one of January 1st. It'll just be through this challenge, because we're going to have one of these for every challenge we do. It'll be that challenge. So daily habits. So, okay, if I want to lose 2 pounds, I wrote some of these out. If I want to lose 2 pounds, I'm going to need to, track my food and water, maybe. Okay. Track my food and water. What else could I do if I'm trying to feel more connected with my family and my team, have more energy, lose more weight? I'm going to work out every day. Work out, maybe, yeah, work out daily. Maybe track that too. Oh, plus my shake. That's a must. Let's see what else. Oh, I want to have more energy. That's a big one. Have more energy. So that is going to be dependent on getting to bed early. So bedtime routine. And then in the notes somewhere, I would probably I have some specific rules. Like if I did my bedtime routine, that means that I did my stretches. I put my phone in my office for the night, and that's where that stays, because I put an alarm clock in this room. So I charge my phone by 11 p.m. in the other room. That's really helpful for me. Bedtime routine, and then the Savers morning routine, which we've talked about during prep week of this group. And we'll talk about more tomorrow on the call with Olivia and I am sure. And then what else? Oh, I think this is a big one for me for feeling connected. I need to have one-on-one time with 3+ people a day. So I need to have a one-on-one call with one of my coaches. I need to have these are 15 to 20 minute one-on-one times with one of my coaches, with Scott, with a family dinner. So I have to have 3 of those every single day in order for me to feel like I feel really connected to the people that I love, my teammates, my friends. Maybe it's just a call with my mom, right? Those are like my daily habits. If I do all those things, if I checked off all 5 of these things for 30 days, I'm sorry. I know that I'm going to probably do all these other things. Now that I'm looking at this, I almost feel like time blocking would be like something that would be one of my daily habits, like following a time blocked schedule. And then the other things would be, but I don't know. So hopefully this helps. And we're going to talk to you about how we're going to be using this in the group moving forward. But again, it's in the file section. And it is something that I think is going to be really, really helpful for you guys to have printed out. There's just something I think really special about keeping track of where we're going, knowing what our goals are, keeping them in the forefront. And then we know where we're moving every day. We wake up and we go through it, we visualize, we do our affirmations, and we move our body, we read our personal development, all of the things, they really start to add up. And so your things could be totally different. Your things could be just the things that we want you guys to focus on in this group. So moving your body every day, reading personal development every day, doing your morning routine, just whatever it is. If you're struggling with getting that habit tracker filled out, please reach out to me or Olivia or your coach today or tomorrow. That way you can have this ready to go for the rest of the group. I think it's going to be really powerful, and it is going to be one of the ways that you'll be able to earn extra bonus points and stuff for this group too. So stay tuned, because I know tomorrow we are also going to be announcing the winners from last week's or last month's group too. And we never got around to doing that because I'm terrible. And Olivia's amazing. And I know she has the points and she has it all figured out. If she already announced it, then just ignore me because my bad. But okay, I will talk to you guys all soon. Have a good one. Bye.